people. They're everywhere, aren't they? In the cities, in the country, and some people even believe they've been here. Let's move on before we upset some people. Meet Sam. Sam doesn't like people. In fact, Sam hates people. He's so desperate to get away from humanity that he launched himself to a remote island on an isolated Rimworld, millions of miles from the nearest neighbor. Finally, peace, solitude, paradise. Or so he thought. This is the story of how Sam tried to run from people and ended up running to the stars.
Before we get into Sam's story, I want to thank Dubby for taking me on as a partner. If you haven't heard of them, Dubby is a shaker cup energy drink that's different from the other guys. They have an ingredient called Neurofactor. It's a natural and patented ingredient, and it comes from high-quality ripe coffee cherries. It's actually been shown in clinical studies to boost brain performance. In addition, Dubby is sugar-free, zero-calorie, maltodextrin-free, and has zero artificial coloring. Look, I wasn't going to advertise for something I didn't like, so before accepting the partnership, I ordered some to try, and I'll be honest, I've been having some every day. There's no graininess like some other brands have, and honestly, the flavor is great, especially for zero sugar. So, if this sounds like a product for you, go check out my affiliate link in the description or head on over to dubby.gg and use code ZZone for 10% off. Thanks again, Dubby, for sponsoring, and now back to the video. Our story picks up after Sam's landing. Empty beaches, no settlements on the horizon, just rocks, trees, the sound of waves. An island he can call his own. It's paradise, perfection in every way. See, Sam is a recluse, a loner, a man who would rather spend his time with homemade robots than any human being. And honestly, can you blame him? Now, Sam isn't your average colonist, he's a Toxer, a gene line engineered for the toxic hellscapes humanity created during the industrialization of his old world. Toxers are hyper-aggressive, incredibly ugly, and by baseline human standards, they're absolutely terrible at social interaction. There are some genuine perks of being a Toxer, it's not all bad. Sam never needs to sleep, and his immune system could probably tank a bioweapon. Sam is built for survival in harsh environments. Sam gets to work immediately. He digs into the side of a massive boulder, not quite a mountain, just a huge rock jutting out of the island. It's perfect. First, the essentials. A mech gestator. It's the heart of any mechanoid operation, especially if you want more than one. Then a charging station, so his little robot helpers never run out of power. Then a high-tech research bench, and it has its own little enclosed room because Sam just isn't content with primitive tools. And finally, a windmill to power it all. This is it. His planet. No, a kingdom. No, not even that. Just a place, a spot, an area that's entirely Sam's own. And then, he hears it. The sound of people. At first, it's just one caravan. Fine, Sam can deal with that. They'll trade and leave, no problem. But then, another one. Different traders, different goods, and they set up camp near the front door. Then another, and another, and another. Within weeks, the island has proved itself as a trading hub. Sam watches from his base as caravans from different factions cross his island. Somehow, this remote island out of everyone's way has become the crossroads of this entire region's trade network. To make matters worse, people keep trying to join his colony. And then, the Empire. The actual government running this godforsaken rock sends soldiers demanding tribute, apparently owing them for the privilege of living on an island that he claims to own. Sam locks in. His robots build him a comfortable chair, then Sam does what everybody in his situation does best. He researches. But not everyone on this planet is friendly. We get our first raid. Thankfully, Sam prepared a couple of shotgun militars and they handle the problem, but the raid only strengthens Sam's resolve. He has to leave this rock. After weeks of research, Sam unlocks fabrication. But there's a problem. He needs a workspace, and quite a big one for all the benches. Conveniently, though, there's an ancient danger sitting right next to his base. It's perfect size for a workshop. But Sam's not stupid. He's not cracking that thing open himself. So when a trade caravan shows up at his doorstep, well, Sam lets them handle it. The visitors tear through the mechs inside. Sam cracks open the crypto-sleep caskets and there's no threat. Just like that, Sam has a new workshop expansion. There's just one problem. Sam's crafting skill is, well, it's terrible. He needs skilled mechs to do the work that he can't, and to get those mechs, well, he'll need to kill the mech bosses and do a lot of other unsavory things. Sam starts building a kill box. Not just any kill box, a masterpiece of death. The layout is elegant in its brutality, a long corridor with overlapping fields of fire and thick walls to absorb rocket fire. It's even got a couple of firing positions for his militars at the far end, and a wall with dual slug turrets, the kind that can punch through mechanoid armor like tissue paper. Then, Randy decides to spice things up, as he always does. An infestation tears through part of the base. Giant insects burst from the ground beneath the ancient danger. Sam's mechs and militars handle it, but a poor clean sweep is torn apart before the infestation is contained. It's time. Sam calls the first boss, the Diablos. The signal goes out somewhere in orbit. A mechanoid command ship receives the challenge. The Diablos doesn't just land, it crashes. The new threat on the horizon looming ominously. The Diablos, if you don't know, is a walking tank, thick plasteel armor, mini turret mounted on its shoulder, and a charge cannon capable of melting through walls, turrets, and people. A shadow of death made of gears and hydraulic connections. The Diablos doesn't rush, it advances. Sam's militars fire EMP rounds, and that temporarily disables the Diablos and any of the mechs that he brought with him. And then the slug turrets open fire. The mechanical titan falls, and Sam stares at the wreckage, almost disappointed. He expected more of a challenge. But then he sees it, the signal chip, the whole reason for this ordeal, glowing faintly among the wreckage. Sam goes to pick it up and then take it to the research bench for further analysis, and when the chip is used, knowledge floods through his mech link. He sees the mechanoid network, the hive ships in orbit, the asteroid fields they inhabit, the ancient automated facilities scattered across the dead worlds. And in that moment, Sam understands. He knows exactly where he's going, not to another planet, but to one of the asteroids floating around this godforsaken rock. The signal chip gives Sam coordinates to a malfunctioning mechanoid ship carrying a grav engine, the key to building his escape. So Sam signals it. The ship's automated systems adjust the trajectory and it falls. But in the wreckage, a still functioning grav core. It's still intact. It's exactly what Sam needs. Sam builds a powerful mech antenna, one that can be used to reach out and contact stronger bosses for a greater challenge. He calls in the War Queen. This time, Sam knows what to expect. The War Queen crashes. See, the War Queen is different from the Diablos. She's not just a tank, she's a spawner. Every few seconds, she produces wasp drones from an internal factory, and in a prolonged fight, she could overwhelm any defenses through sheer numbers. The drones come first, small, fast, hard to hit individually, but the slug turrets don't need to aim. They just need to fill the corridor with metal. And the militars for support fire their EMP rounds, stun-locking everything. The War Queen tries to hang back, just use her drones and the pikemen she brought along as shields, but Sam's militars keep the suppressive fire going down, making sure the mechs can't return fire and the drones fall. Then the pikemen. Finally, it's just the Queen versus the kill box and the militars. She doesn't make it into the kill box before the slug turrets reduce her to pure scrap. Sam retrieves the power focus chip and analyzes it immediately. This chip contains manufacturing protocols, build specifications. Now Sam can create fabricors, the mechs that craft components. There's one problem. See, creating sophisticated mechs requires human brains. Not to eat, of course, Sam's not that kind of guy, but to trap inside of robot bodies and enslave for eternal servitude. Sam builds a rip scanner, a device that can copy a human consciousness into digital form, and a prison to hold volunteers. The rip scan is an ugly piece of technology. It's called rip scanning for a reason. The process is fatal. You scan someone's brain and you get a subcore, but the person, well, they go to the farm your parents told you your goldfish went to when you were 5. Sam also starts brewing psychoid tea in a massive quantity. He needs plasteel for the advanced components, and as much as it makes him sick to his stomach, he'll have to trade with the locals. A wanderer shows up. His name is Hammer. Hammer insists Sam name the colony and the faction, and apparently it looks unprofessional, maybe even hostile, to just be listed as an unknown settlement on the region map. So fine, Sam names the settlement. Keep out. No trespassing. And his faction, well, Mr. Not So Lonely, of course. Because Sam knows he doesn't need people. Speaking of which, Sam reviews his current, residence. Sees Hammer, that optimist, well, we arrested him as soon as he got here. He'll be easier to keep happy during the process. Chris, though, a wild man who wandered into the wrong area, well, he's a wimp. He'll be easier to keep contained for softcore scanning and lesser mechs. The choice, of course, is pragmatic, not emotional. Goodbye, Hammer. I hope you can keep up that optimism. Thanks for helping us pick a name, I guess. With Hammer's sacrifice, Sam has his first Fabricore. Components start flowing. Sam rip-scans every person who tries to join and every prisoner he captures. An Imperial shuttle crash lands near the base. They're being chased by hostiles and offer Sam a deal. Help them survive and he can keep the loot and the shuttle engine. This benefits Sam, so he accepts. Sam mops up the hostiles with his 50 cal. The Empire leaves and Sam gets an engine and a pile of scrap. Sam's drones build a small shuttle, and with it, Sam can finally reach resources across the planet. It's time to drain this world for everything it's worth. Sam has one more mech boss to defeat before he can unlock his full potential, the Apocryton, a demon in machine form. The kill box does its job. Sam loses one Militar, but the Apocryton falls. With this, Sam retrieves the nanochip for analysis. And then it's back to research. A lot of research. First, the Fabricores craft something special. The Mechlord helmet. It's not just armor, it's a command interface. The helmet integrates directly with the mechanoid's neural network and allows Sam to control more of his mechs. Sam is starting to look like the Mechlord he dreamed to be, but it's not just for looks. The Mechlord outfit includes an environmental suit that lets Sam breathe in space. Sam calls in another Apocryton. The fight is chaos. Sam's turrets destroy the accompanying mechs. The Apocryton advances into the kill box and falls, and the Diablos he brought with him brings up the rear and is destroyed. He needs just one more for the suit, one more chip to complete his ascension. The third Apocryton doesn't come alone. It brings two Diablos' backup. The final Diablos, with the help of some tunnelers in the lead, break through the outer wall with its Inferno cannon. One of the slug turrets is vaporized, but finally, after weeks of fighting, researching, rebuilding, and brain-ripping, Sam has the full Mechlord armor outfit. He's been elevated to his proper position, a true Mechlord. But it's not all smooth sailing. A mech cluster lands, and it ends up turning into a long-range sniper battle between Sam and a centipede. An infestation tears through the base, leaving dead mechs everywhere. They're revived, only to be killed again in another infestation that burns down Sam's shuttle. It's time to move to the asteroid. The asteroid he's chosen is to the south. The migration begins. The first trip, Sam takes a tunneler mech. Sam needs to terraform it, smooth out the terrain, create a flat surface for building. By the fourth trip, Sam has 3 tunnelers operating non-stop. They mine, they terraform, they extract resources. The asteroid slowly transforms from a rough rock to a smooth, buildable terrain. On the home front, the Fabricores work overtime, building grav panels. The Constructoids build the mothership subfloor in a flat area just north of the base. Sam gestates a 4th tunneler and personally ferries it back and forth in endless steel runs. Sam officially begins construction of his orbital home. The first structure Sam builds is a power plant, a nuclear reactor. In space, cooling a reactor is easy. Just radiate the heat into the void. It's elegant, efficient, perfect. Sam builds a workshop for manufacturing grav panels on site, reducing the need for constant shuttle trips. He also builds a charging station and a storage area for the mechs who will maintain and support the asteroid until his official migration. Speaking of support, if you're enjoying the video, scroll down and hit that like and subscribe button. It'll help others find this story, and I'm at 600 subscribers and growing strong. All of you that have subscribed, you mean the world to me. I'm growing insanely fast and I'm humbled every day. And also maybe ring that bell so you don't miss future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and now let's get back to Sam. The locals decide they don't want him to leave. Not alive, anyway. Raids keep launching at his base, pirates that want his stockpiled resources, rival factions that want his technology. Sam realizes something important. He's not the pushover he was when he landed. A mech cluster lands south of the base, and Sam, seeking to prove himself, well, he doesn't call his militars. He walks out to face it alone. The mechs detect him when he attacks, and they wake up. The Scythers charge first. Sam pulls his charged shotgun and downs a pikeman behind them. He doesn't need the Scythers to have that long-range support. The first Scyther reaches him, and Sam switches over to his mono sword. He also shreds the second one and starts tearing through mechs like paper. Sam doesn't rush. He moves tactically. He uses the terrain and the walls, taking out turrets one at a time. He then uses cover to get close and ion blast the 3 remaining pikemen, then finishes off the buildings left over with the sword. The only thing left to do is hunt down the few stragglers that have tried to get away. Sam finishes it all by himself, no help necessary. Just like everything else in his life, he did it alone. No one threatens him in his home, not even if he's about to abandon it. The asteroid base expands, a kill box added, and immediately tested by mechs who are torn apart by charge turret. Planet side, the Grav mothership nears completion. Sam finishes the engine, tears down everything in his base, and finally, after what feels like an eternity, Sam takes one last look, and maybe, just for a microsecond, he feels like he might miss this place. It's too late now, or maybe just too late to accept it, and the Grav mothership takes off. The ship lands in grasslands to the south. Sam has a few days before he can take off. The Grav engines need time to cool down. While waiting, the old base gets raided, and the kill box handles it. You see, the base can defend itself for just a little longer. Not that it matters, it's just automation slowly fighting against the dying of the light. After the cooldown, Sam fires up the engines for the final jump. The jump that will take him home. His true home, his final resting place. Sam lands at the asteroid, plugging the ship's power grid into the main line from the nuclear reactor. The bots then get to work immediately, laying out Sam's new house. He is going to need a lot of heaters. It's cold in space, minus 103 degrees out there actually, but with the nuclear plant, the power to supply them is not a problem. He gets a storage room down, a room to grow hydroponics, and a food storage wing. It's back to the basics, hauling a tunnel around for steel and plasteel, but Sam has warmth, food, entertainment. Sam then builds himself a table. A single-person table. No room for anyone else at Sam's table. After building bandwidth nodes, a robot birthing chamber, a recharge station, and completing the final infrastructure, Sam reaches a decision. It's time. Sam completely abandons the old settlement. Down on the planet, the turrets will eventually run out of ammo. The power systems will fail, and nature will begin to reclaim the carved stone. The island will return to silence. But Sam will never return. To truly complete the asteroid, Sam needs to clear it entirely. The tunnelers mine and mine, day after day, week after week, until the entire surface is smooth and level. What was once a rough, natural rock has become a sculpted world. Artificial, orderly, controlled. And during the final excavation, Sam discovers something unexpected. An Archean tree, preserved in the asteroid core for millions of years. It can grow plants that can't survive in standard hydroponics area. Sam adds it to his garden. It's another piece of his perfect world. Life is good. Life is complete. There are still mech raids occasionally. Clusters drift through this region of space. They detect Sam's base and attack. Most raids are handled by the kill box. The charge turrets obliterate literally anything that gets close. Sometimes Sam runs out with his monosword just for the exercise. But at the end of the day, Sam can come home. He can prepare his meals from vegetables in his own garden. He can sit at a single-person table and eat while watching old entertainment programs from God knows where in space. He plays games, listens to music, does whatever he wants, whenever he wants. This is a home he built all for himself. And maybe it's overcoming the stress of his old planet, the constant rejection, the isolation, despair of being surrounded by other people. Or maybe it's just the relief of finally finding a place all his own, but something changes in Sam. Maybe it's psychological, maybe it's the culmination of his journey, and maybe it's knowing that he's finally truly safe. Whatever it is, though, for the first time in his life, Sam overcomes the curse of his genetic. He crawls into a bed, his own bed, in his own home, on his own asteroid, to see what this sleep that everyone raves about is really about. Good night, sweet prince. You've earned it. Thank you so much if you made it to the end. You are one of the MVPs, and it means the world to me. I'm growing incredibly fast, and I'm humbled, as I said, every day. So if you want to join this growing community, hit that like and subscribe button. Ring the bell so you don't miss future videos. And a huge shout out, thank you to my very first paying members, Zim and Gur. There really are no words for how much I appreciate it. I have memberships now thanks to hitting 600 subscribers, which is insane. So if you want to support the channel, that's an awesome way to do it. I also have a store linked in the description where I'm selling keychains I make myself with hopefully more designs coming soon. And don't forget to check out Dubby for your jitter-free clean energy drink and use code ZZone at checkout for 10% off. Thanks again, Dubby, for the partnership. And thank you all for watching. With that all said, I have been your host, Zonic. I hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.